Good Monday, wonderfully made people. This is Cheryl Howard, inspiration and transformation strategist. I am a certified life purpose coach, an author, and a pastoral counselor and mental health professional. So today's topic, before I get into that, I just want to say everything that God made is good as long as we receive it with thanksgiving. It is us little humans, I often say, that end up corrupting and destroying and misusing and manipulating, and we want to alter things and rearrange God's perfect creation and his will. And so this is why now we have to suffer the consequences. You know, there's a cause and effect. All right. I got that off the table. It's my Monday checkup. I usually do this every Monday, every other Monday. And I had promised one of my groups today. I was going to go live, but I decided to just do a pre-recorded video and just upload it to my YouTube channel for others to see as well. But I promised that I will come back and I will expound on today's topic. And I hope all of you are having a wonderful day, evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time it is, whatever time zone you're living in. I just pray you the best. But today, I want you to approach this week with love, prayer, and hope. Compassion, service, productivity towards your purpose, whatever you're working on, whatever goals you're trying to achieve. I want you to approach it with all of that. I want you to start by approaching this week with the intent, meaning our hearts and our thoughts are well-meaning, because we start out to do things, but we should do it with a good intent. This week we should intend to walk in love. We should walk in love, but some of us have to fight with that for different reasons. And we do this by treating other people's right. We do this by treating people the way that we want to be treated. We want people to respect us, so we have to respect others. We want people to love us, so we have to love others. And when we do that, we will attract that same thing that we put out there. Another approach is approach this week with a prayerful mind, spirit, and heart, acknowledging God in all of our ways. This is the outlook we need to have. Approach this week with all of that and acknowledge him in all of your ways. And when you do that, the word tells us that God will direct our path. So with that in mind, moving on to the next one, I want us to approach this week with compassion. It's beautiful when you have compassion in your heart, because doing this will help us to walk in love. It actually helps us to walk in forgiveness, have more patience, and have more empathy. We walk in compassion. We become more understanding of other people. We're forgetting about all of our issues and what we go through and our trials, and we're able to help other people and see other people. Also approach this week with a spirit of service, and that leads me right into my next one. Approach this week with the spirit of service. This approach actually encourages us to look outside of ourselves, like I said, so we can extend our hands towards others, so we can be more selfless and not selfish. And sometimes we do this without even knowing. We've forgotten to give and help others, and we stay stuck in our own. You wonder why you feel like you're having a pity party all the time. But we're meeting other people at the point of their need, and we're also showing support when we look at ways that we can help other people. And we should also approach this week with the mind and intent to be productive. And I mentioned a little bit about, working towards our goals. But this outlook and mindset can motivate us to start or complete tasks toward our goals. Some of us are starting new projects or new things, whether it's at work, whether it's personal, whether it's business, career, entrepreneurial, nonprofit, whatever it is, ministerial goals. Have a mindset to be productive towards it, at least to get the ball rolling. Some of us got to shake that spirit of procrastination that try to come over us sometime. I know I've dealt with it sometime. I deal with it sometime. But anyway, This is my Monday checkup for today. If you want to follow more of my Monday checkup or see more of my wonderful inspirational videos, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Cheryl White Howard. Get your life back. I'm trying to help you get your life back. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Same thing, Cheryl White Howard. Get your life back. And you can visit my website to find out about all the wonderful services that I provide at www.cherylwhitehoward.com. But like I said, I have a lot of things on YouTube, my YouTube channel, and I started this Monday checkup for those of you who don't know, because a lot of times we start a week off with a low spirit, with doubt or with disdain and we just weariness, heaviness, and sometimes it's for valid reasons. Sometimes we might have had a hectic week last week, and then the weekend comes and we find ourselves still busy, or we don't take our time for ourselves. We don't practice self-care, and we need to do that. But also, a lot of times when we speak negative languages in our head, when we start not looking towards the future in a positive mode, in a positive mood, you kind of attract negativity. You kind of attract others around you who are miserable. Or when you do that in your mind, it actually affects the way you feel. So you have to start changing your language. You have to start learning how to have a positive outlook. And when you do that, you start to invite positiveness into your life. You start attracting light because you're giving out light in spite of. So one of my other approaches I did want to mention, I almost forgot, I'm glad I remember, is approach this week with prayer. Prayer, and I might have said it, but prayer that acknowledges God, that opens you up, giving your stuff. It's almost like compartmentalizing. Let me give my stuff to God. Let me pray about it and put it over here. And knowing, and it's by faith, knowing that your prayers will be answered or responded to, and for you not to worry about it at that time. And this way you can focus on the present, being present. Sometimes we forget how to be present, so we miss out on life. We miss out on things that are currently happening because we're so focused on what we need to do, what we're lacking, and so having that positive mindset, having a prayerful mind, I'm telling you, it makes a difference in your life. It makes a difference in your daily life. And so approach today with a new attitude. Approach this week with a good attitude as much as possible. Now, I know some of us are going through things, so those circumstances are understandable. But I mean, some people, every Monday it's like they just don't look forward to the week. And another thing is other people can feel that. So really, I always talk about being self-aware, but be aware of how you make other people feel. Other people don't need to feel your doom. Some of us have doom all the time, and you're like, wow, sometimes we bring on our own depression, our own sadness because of doom. And sometimes the issue or problem that you had them passed already, but you still stuck in that doom mode. So you have to shake yourself out of that mode and get with the gettings. All right. I just want you to be happy, have joy. Happiness is, yes, based on things that are happening, but have more joy in your life. Joy, having a spirit of joy, even when you're going through, it helps you to still cope and move through and live and wait and be patient and all those great, wonderful things that I mentioned before. You'll learn how to do that. And that's what I want you to do. You got to do something different. If you do the same thing over and over again and you're expecting a different result, they call that insanity. You can't have a different result if you keep doing the same thing over and over again. If you keep living in the same cycles, you're not changing your reality. Sometimes you create your reality. And you can change a lot of things, especially when they brought on by yourself. And you have to change the mindset, which would change your heart, your spirit, your emotions, and everything else. That is Cognitive 101. Cognitive Therapy 101. That's an approach. But anyway, you have a great, great day. Like I said, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time zone you're in. And blessings. And I hope you tune in again. Bye-bye.